Hello, today I will talk about Gothic architecture from past to present. Gothic architecture is one of the most identifiable styles in architecture, especially that developed in the High Middle Ages. It evolved out of Romanesque architecture in the 12th century and spread throughout Europe. During its history, it evolved from its simple beginnings to reach heights of sophistication and craftsmanship. Gothic buildings are still used in various countries today as a source of inspiration for modern structures. Gothicism, the architectural style associated with late medieval and early Renaissance Europe, features multi-storeyed buildings with pointed and flaring arches rising from pointed arch openings. The style is best known through its exponents, Gothic cathedrals, but it also included secular architecture such as castles and town halls. Gothic architecture is a style of architecture that flourished in Europe during the High Middle Ages. As with all architectural periods, there are sub-styles of Gothic. However, since the 19th century, classical Gothic was considered distinct because it did not use exterior buttresses around windows, nor did it use flying buttresses. Gothic architecture is a style of architecture that flourished in Europe at the end of the 12th and beginning of the 13th centuries. This style was frontier architecture, referring to the Romanesque churches still standing on the fringes of Christendom. It had a great influence on ecclesiastical architecture, and many elements of which are still present in the High Gothic style. In addition to churches, it featured heavily in castles throughout Europe, especially full-scale defensive structures such as cathedrals and abbeys. Their styles were distinguished by the adoption of ribbed vaulting, the use of flying buttresses, spires and stained glass windows. The term High Gothic describes buildings of this period from around 1150 to 1250. In England, it is known as Early English Gothic and was used in the description of certain edifices that developed into fully geometric structures such as the Salisbury Cathedral, Winchester Cathedral and Ely Cathedral. The most important works of Gothic architecture were listed in 1986 by the UNESCO as the World Heritage Sites. They are considered to be exceptional examples of human creativity, social organization and environmental context. The term Gothic architecture was used for the first time in 1858 by John Ruskin in an essay on architecture, which led to the designation of these sites on the World Heritage List as a group. Many famous monuments of Gothic architecture are located in France, and they include Notre Dame de Paris 12th century, the Château de Blois 12th century, and Amiens Cathedral 13th century. I hope the information I have provided is useful to you. Goodbye.